Welcome to the Deli and Grocery. We're on the block, on the streets of New York City right now. The streets are buzzing. There's a conversation behind me, and it's all about Cam Thomas dropping 27 on the Celtics. Yesterday, me and Rich watched the Celtics play the Nets, and the Celtics prevailed. A 10-point victory, 2-0 in the NBA in-season tournament, and they're going to move on, maybe, to the playoffs and go on to the finals. But Rich, we're here today for our expansion draft part two. We brought to you the first expansion draft. He was the Seattle Supersonics, and I was the Las Vegas Wild. And that's what the team name that I named it. And this time we're going to get a little bit even more crazy because an expansion league already sounds crazy enough. 32 teams. How about 34?
It's too many.
It's too many teams.
It's too many teams.
It
There's
sounds
some
like
garbage
too
I'm
many
looking
teams.
at right now.
But when we put together this roster, you're gonna feel pretty confident about it at
All
the
right,
end,
we'll see.
and that's how we know we both felt when we did the last draft. We were like, "Ooh, this is weird. This is tough. No rookies, top 8, so you got to pick the bottom 7 of every roster." And after we were done with it, we felt like we had competitive rosters that could maybe even
Yeah,
vie in for a playoff spot, maybe slide in at the 10 seed, something like that. I know I felt confident in mine.
yeah. I like
And
my team. My team was just really guard heavy. It was like the Pacers.
yeah, your team just it was breaking necks.
Yeah, it was just
If you look at your team and see KPJ,
yeah.
that's a neck breaker.
And now he's never gonna play. So just
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
There's a reason why he ain't gonna play.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you got KPJ. So your expansion draft team is kind of going through something right now,
Yep.
right? So here, let me
It's looking rough.
yeah, we'll pull up and I'll share the screen right now.
Let's see.
And then here, let me zoom in a little bit too. I know that's easier. I learned that from the last time rewatching it. So, oh yeah, I got to clear this out. My fault. I skipped the step. I thought I was so prepared. My bad, guys. Let me delete our old rosters because I was about to show you. We have the new rosters listed, or the old rosters listed somewhere else on
Let
this
me
page.
see.
My bad. Didn't mean
It's
to
all the way
point
to the
that out.
right.
Yeah, it's all the way to the right. It's right here. So we studied some other podcasts. We'll get into that maybe in a little bit, just to give you guys a recap of where we were and what we're doing. So, with the first pick of the expansion draft, the Las Vegas Wild drafted Cam Thomas,
Obviously.
and first pick of Seattle Supersonics GM took Christian Wood. So this is our team's solid. We felt real good after doing it. Our teams were also very different from other podcasts. Sam Vicini and Coach Spins, they did something else. He named it the Las Vegas Flush. Um, we got the down. This is on the Down the Dunk Pod. The last one was Game Theory Pod. Down the Dunk Pod did the Sleepies and the guys. I don't know. They trolled it hard. Then Bill Simmons and Ryan Rosillo on the Bill Simmons pod did Supersonics and the Las Vegas Regrets. That was Ryan Rosillo's name for it. So you see how people are doing this play on Vegas, the Regrets, the Flush, the Wild. Well, with this one, we're starting fresh, and we already got it ready. Ritchie's new expansion team is the Hartford Wolfpack, and Cam's new expansion team is the Pittsburg Armor. I got my name from the Springfield Armor, an old D League team before it was G League, was in the birthplace of basketball, Springfield, Mass, and we had our own team. Then I don't know what happened, but we lost the D League team and then lost the D League in total when the G League bought it out. But there is an AHL team in the area close to Springfield, close to the Springfield Armor, and that's Ritchie's squad, the Hartford Wolfpack.
Came up with the name.
How you feeling about the Hartford Wolfpack?
I feel like my first round pick is pretty solid, and then after that, it just goes down the tubes.
All right,
It's just a mess.
So you have the first round pick because I had the first round pick last time, and a quick breeze through. The top 8 are off. and no rookies. So this really is like we're building the team bare bones with really what we could do. Kai
With the
Jones,
scraps.
there's a couple, yeah, with the scraps, but there is a couple caveats. You know what I'm saying? Kai Jones got cut from the league since then. Um, Christian Wood is on the Lakers. They were free agents. So at the time of our draft, and we got to keep it uniform, because if we redo rosters now, that kind of like invalidates the old team. We're going to kind of take it this way. And either way, these guys are on a roster. It's not like I'm saying they're a scrub and deserve to be cut. We're adding teams and creating new teams to give guys even more opportunity. So no matter what, I think this is a fun thought exercise. And the most fun is going to be when you pick your first pick. So fire away, Rich. Start
All
us
right.
up.
So with my first round pick, I'll take Jalen Johnson, who's
Oh,
played really
Jalen
well. Seems like
Johnson.
he might have a breakout season with the Hawks. Obviously a small sample size, but for the first how many games they've played, I think about 6, he's played really well in that starting lineup for Atlanta. So I'm gonna take Jalen Johnson.
You took my first overall pick.
See, that's why we couldn't talk about it.
I know. I was like, I don't want to hear your first round pick, man.
Yep.
All right, so, sheesh.
Cross that name off.
If this is the case, I'm gonna start off. Dang, I had an idea of things, and now I lost it. Um, so I'm actually.
Got you stumped.
It got me stumped a little bit, but there's a reason why. There's a couple good guys here. But what I'm gonna do with my first overall pick is I think I'm gonna take D'Angelo Russell.
Okay. He's
Because
not. Wait, he's not top 8 for the Lakers.
I don't know how we did this.
Was he not on the?
Torian Prince, Max Christie, Jared Vanderbilt. Because remember, we're talking contract. He's also got a $32 million
Ah,
contract. When in our original episode, I believe that was a topic of discussion, is building towards the future and how much future guard depth they have and how much money and capital and everything they wanted to then go on with. So I believe
yeah.
that's why we cut him because of the contract. I believe he's on his last year and he's worth like 30 something million. So would you hold on to a guy like that, you know? So I think that's why we didn't have him on the squad.
Got it. Got it.
So D'Angelo Russell is going to
Durangelo
be
Russello.
Durangelo Russello, as our friend Brandon would say. D'Angelo Russell is the first pick of the draft of the Pittsburgh Armor.
Okay. So let me see. So I need to get some height on my team because I just had way too many guards. Way too many guards the first draft. So I'll take Nick Richards from the Hornets.
Okay, Nick Dick. That's solid.
Yep.
Nick Richards. He eats glass, man.
Yep. I need
All
a
right.
rebounder.
Need a rebounder. I'm gonna go with a big 2. And I'm gonna go with Obadiah Toppin.
Bomb.
You know, I think he got caught in the middle. I'm not even sure when we did the draft. Let's see. Let's go to the Knicks.
Because he's on the Pacers now.
Well, I know that I was seeing if we had him back there. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So where we had him listed in Indiana was Jalen Smith and Isaiah Jackson above him.
Right. Okay. And now he's in the starting lineup. Toppin's
And
in the
now
starting
he's in the
lineup now.
starting lineup. So that's
So-
why I was like,
See, you've seen it.
I
You were
seen
waiting.
it.
You were waiting on it.
Yes, I was. Oh
You
yeah.
knew he
So
was a top 8 player.
I knew he was a top 8 player. Here, and we got to do the crossouts. I'm not in rhythm like I was last time. We're catching up to it. And then where did you pick from? Jalen Johnson is Atlanta. What
Yep.
a good pick.
Yep, I had Jalen Johnson from the Hawks and Nick Richards from the Hornets.
Yep, and Nick Richards from the Hornets. All right. Third pick.
So my third pick, Let me get some 3-point shooting. I'll add Utah Watanabe.
Yuta the shooter.
Yep. Need to get some shooting on my squad.
All right, let's see if he's on Phoenix or he's on
Brooklyn.
Let's go Phoenix.
Cross his name out.
Yep, Utah. Cross his name out.
Yep.
We're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Oh yeah.
All right, so last time I took a foreign guy. I took the former MVP of the Euro League, Sasha Vesnikov. And this time, I'm going to get fun. And I'm going to take... Is he on here? Hold on.
You don't even have players that are in the NBA cheating.
No.
Look at you.
Hold on. I just want to make sure that I spell his name right. Micic. I'm taking Micic. Oh, I turned it orange. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. All right, here we go.
There you go.
All right, we're back. Micic is off the board.
All right. Let's see what else I got here.
You know, I picked up 2 guards. Micic is a point guard. And then I got D'Angelo Russell as well.
All right, so let me get a point guard. See, now I'm kind of stuck here. I'll go with Theo Maledon as my 4th pick.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it real with you, Chief. He's trash.
He's trash? All right. If you say so.
Right, if I say so. But here we go. So we got power forward and maybe, I guess, a small ball center.
I forget what team he's on, to be honest. Is he on the Hornets now?
No, Theo Maledon's on a different team. He was just cooking up.
Let me see.
He fried, what's his name?
He's on... No, it says he's on the Hornets.
Are you still on the Hornets?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah. The Hornets did play Brooklyn. He fried Mikal Bridges a couple times on back-to-back possessions.
See?
He's driving to the rim, and I was like, what am I watching, bro? Like, does people not – I feel like Mikal Bridges has this label of being, like, the best defender in the NBA just because of his body type. But, like, when is he ever going to get called out for not doing that?
Right.
When is that time actually going to come? Because I've witnessed it. He's not the best defender in the league.
They feel bad for him because he's in Brooklyn.
Right. That's they felt bad for him because he was in Phoenix.
Right.
All right. So with my 4th pick, I'm gonna take Aaron Wiggins.
Aaron Wiggins? Solid.
Yeah,
That's
I think
solid.
Aaron Wiggins is a really solid guy to put. I think he's just kind of like you can put him at the 3, I guess. But yeah, Aaron Wiggins, a really solid player, and I think a solid role guy. You know, I think the people of Pittsburgh are going to rally around Aaron Wiggins.
Okay. Let's see. So what do I got? My 5th pick now. Let me take. I'll add some more. Yeah, let me add some shooting. I'll take Evan Fournier.
Okay.
Since he's never going to play a game for the Knicks.
Yeah, he's definitely not coming back to the Knicks. He's going to be going right close by. He's going to pull up the Hartford.
Right? I don't know why the Knicks don't trade him. I don't understand what's going on with that. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense to me either. All right, I'm going to take, with my next pick, 3rd pick in the draft. I got to double check. This actually doesn't seem like he could be available, but he is. Kelly Oubre.
Oh yeah, because he was on the Hornets.
He was on the Hornets and he was a free agent at the
God
time we
damn it.
did this. So he didn't even sign with Philly when we did our first one, because this is before I moved to Los Angeles that we did the first episode. So this is about 2 months, a little under 2 months after our first draft.
Yeah, see, that's why I wasn't sure. I didn't pick him. Because he could honestly be a higher pick. He could be a top 3.
I know. I was thinking about putting him there, but then I took Micic.
And he could have been picked in our first expansion draft too,
He could have. He should have.
right?
Technically, he really should have. But I had too much scoring from everywhere else, and that was my. I think that was both of our arguments. Is that we thought we had offense in other places, but at the same time in the NBA, you could never have enough offense and enough shooting and scoring. So I got
Yeah.
to take Kelly Oubre. I think he'll be great in the starting lineup. I think as of right now, I think I got Micic to like take him off the bench and be my project because as I acknowledged, D'Angelo Russell is a cap guy. He's on his last year. He's making over 30 million. He's perfect to start building out a team, and potentially I could offload him to a team. I could do a lot of good things. So
All right.
yeah. All right. Six
So,
man.
so I need a 6-man. So I'm gonna go with Hamidou Diallo. He's
Hami.
and he's not on a roster right now. I don't think.
No, I don't think
So
he is.
so I'll take him from the free agency pool.
All right, Hamidou Diallo from the free agency pool. Let me cross him off.
Let me see. I wrote him down somewhere.
And then did I get Oubre? Nope. I gotta cross off Oubre, and then I think I actually got to get Aaron Wiggins too. Yeah. All right, this team right here. I like Cornette on the Celtics, so I don't know if I'm gonna pick him just yet. I'm stuck on a few bigs, but give me Moses Brown.
God damn it.
Give me Moses Brown at the 5.
Oh my God.
Was he your next pick?
What is wrong with you? Brother. All right,
All right, got him out the free agent pool.
bro.
Yep.
All right. Now you got me stumped. See?
It happens. I'm like, I need a big. I took 2 wings in a row, and I wouldn't mind taking a third wing, but still, it's better off I grab my big now, especially a big like him, very unique. There's not many players built like him in the league. And I think it's a softer league with skinnier and taller bigs, to where Moses Brown might be better off facing a Chet instead of facing Mason Plumlee, you know?
Yeah.
So the league's moving more skinny big, slim big. Take
All
Moses
right.
Brown.
So with that, I think I'm gonna switch it up. I guess I'll go with a guard, and I'll get Johnny Davis from the Wizards.
He's a rookie. You can't do it. Oh, wait, he's not a rookie. He's not a
No, I
rookie
don't
this
think
year.
so.
You're right. He's not a rookie. You got him.
Yep.
In my head, he's
28.
still a rookie, but he's not a rookie this season. Good
Got him.
pick. All right, so we got to go all the way to Washington, and
Cross out
Johnny
Moses
Davis is
Brown.
not protected in their top 8.
Perfect.
Is there Yeah, I took Kelly Olynyk. I forgot to cross him off. I'm looking at him right here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
timeout. He's not supposed to be there.
You took him as your 4th pick
Yeah.
in the first one.
Yeah, Kelly Olynyk, 4th pick. Which I don't regret. I like Kelly O.
No, that's a good pick.
7th pick of the draft. I'm going to take As much as I like Jordan Nwora, I'm going to take Chuma Okeke.
Okay. I was gonna pick him up later. That's a good pick.
I like Chuma. He's a real physical defender. And I feel like he potentially even has like a lot of untapped potential.
Yeah, he looked really good at Auburn, I thought.
Yeah, he really did. Like there are times where he looks like the guy, but I think it's more of his physicality more than his actual ball skill.
And he might see more minutes now with Wendell Carter out for the next 3 weeks at least.
True, they might have to slide some people up, and then he'll fill in more there. I
Yeah,
see
him and
that.
Wagner.
Yeah, him and Wagner. All right, so let me go to
Um,
Orlando, cross him off, and the floor is yours.
so got some guards. Um, hmm. I think I'll take Daniel Tice, Celtics legend.
Okay. Daniel Tice, center, power forward. All right, let me go find him. He's in Indiana, right?
I believe so.
Should find him there. Um. All right, so my next pick. Hmm,
This is really where it gets tough.
this is where it's getting fun. So my
That's
next pick is gonna be B-ball Paul, and this is a big shout out to especially being in Pittsburgh and why I'm picking Paul Reed because he's had plenty of time and plenty of opportunity in Philly, but I don't think they really gave him his fair shake and they don't respect him the way they should. In this, at least the 76ers organization. Maybe
right.
not the fans, but people know B-ball Paul. All right, here's
Okay.
Philly. So, yeah, first one off. He was the ninth man. B-ball Paul.
All right, let me get some more shooting. Do I really need shooting? So I got Richards. No. Let me take Bismack Biyombo.
Okay.
Have some more presence in the paint. I
Yeah.
didn't want to. Yeah, I'll take him.
He's already written. You can't
Yeah, I
take him
know. It's
back.
just. Uh,
He's stuck. But yeah, you got two bigs back to back. And you know what? I'll help you out because I'm gonna take two bigs back to back too. And Musa Diabate, I think that dude is an absolute grinder for boards, just crashing glass nonstop and a complete hustle guy. So I like him off the Clippers.
was he on the Cavaliers or no?
He may have been.
Is he-
No. There's another guy, Diakate.
That's probably who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, there's Diabate and Diakate. Diakate used to play for Milwaukee too. I think he had the blonde in his hair.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yep. That's the guy I'm
Musa's the
thinking of.
guy who backs up Zubac, and he'll like randomly get a 20 rebound game, like out of nowhere. You're like, how the hell did that happen? And you're like, oh, Zubac was out tonight with knee soreness.
Yeah, that's the
So
guy who I was thinking of. Okay.
yeah, so I took
Um,
Musa Diabate. I think he's a good young big. You know, he could run with B-ball Paul. He could somehow interchange into the starting lineup. You know, if I don't like Moses Brown, Obi Toppin. You know, I got some more defensive based guys because Obi Toppin is just such a non-defensive threat, and he's not somebody who's crashing glass. He wants to run in transition. He's not the guy doing the hit ahead pass. He's the guy catching the hit ahead pass. So
right.
I need some guys to actually get the board and then throw it ahead.
All right. So
10th pick.
as my 10th man, I'll take Malachi Flynn from Toronto.
Ooh, I like this. He's a guy who's been buried,
He
never
has.
really getting a true opportunity. Waited his time for Fred Van Fleet to leave, and then they just bring in.
They bring in Dennis Schroeder.
How dare they? All right, where am I at?
But Schroeder's
Malachi
averaging.
Flynn right here.
He might have the most assists in the league right now. Schroeder.
Yeah, Schroeder's playing great. He looked great coming out of that Germany game or
He
Germany
has.
World Cup series.
Gave him the
But
confidence.
yeah, he did. All right, now I got to take some shots for the future. You know, I got D'Angelo Russell. That's like my only point guard at the moment. We got Micic, but like I don't know how good Micic really is going to be in the league. So I'm gonna take this, and I should have took him before. Micic probably could have been my 15th pick because I knew you'd never take him. So I'm gonna take Ayo Dosunmu, point guard,
Wait, he's on. He was what?
Chicago. He's the ninth man,
Real?
and
Wow.
you could look back.
I know. I'm
I
looking at it.
switched on it,
I can't believe it.
but because look at the guards: Zach
Oh
LaVine, DeMar
man.
DeRozan, Javon Carter, Alex Caruso, Kobe White. That's almost five guards. DeRozan, you could consider a small forward, power forward now. I definitely don't consider Zach LaVine a forward. But yeah, like I mean,
I
DeMar
messed up.
DeRozan, his best years were shooting guards. And look, there's still
Wow.
guards. Dalen Terry is talented. Lonzo Ball is someone we love. Oh yeah, here
Yeah.
he
I
is,
just.
right here. This is the guy you were thinking of, Mamadi
There you go.
Diakate.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got even Carlick Jones. He's in the G League, like averaging 28. He's not like a star when he gets to the NBA, but in the G League, he still cooks up, especially because they don't play defense in the G League. That's why
Right.
it's not the D League anymore. Doo-doo. But yeah, I'm gonna take Ayo Dosunmu. I
Oh, that
waited too
hurt.
long. I botched the third pick. He should have been the third pick anyway. But
That's a botch. It's a
if
botch by me.
anything, because I have them both.
How did I miss him?
I don't. That's what I'm
What am I
saying.
doing? We didn't pick. There was 30 picks we had last draft. That's
Right. That's what I'm saying.
that's
We let him
terrible.
go far. I'm not claiming. I'm claiming Micic as my 10th pick. I don't care.
I'm I'm disgusted with myself right now.
And it
Oh
me
my god. I don't even want to draft anymore.
because this
You
is closer to what my
you
lineup was going
draft
to look
for
like,
me.
right? Your drafting
Bro,
rights should be revoked.
they should.
Ayo Dosunmu crossed off. Hey, you still got Killian Hayes.
I don't want Killian. We're not taking Killian Hayes.
No, I know because you have
Oh
two
my
point
god.
guards. But honestly, like Malachi Flynn or Killian Hayes, that's a
Malachi
tough.
Flynn.
That's a tough pick for me. Um, honestly, I watched a lot of Pistons last year. I seen some growth from Killian Hayes. Um, you know, I wish he's a better shooter. But yeah, Malachi Flynn, I'd say yes. But Theo Maledon, no. Theo Maledon, like with your third pick, fourth pick, I would have took him there. Like that was a Killian Hayes pick for me, especially because I think you need some more scoring.
God damn it.
You know what I mean, we could dissect every pick. But all right, 11th pick. Where are you going?
I think I'll take Terrence Davis.
Terrence Davis. Okay.
I don't
You know,
think
you have
he's
a really good track record of drafting domestic violence guys.
really. He's had domestic violence too. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he got like ousted by the Raptors. That's what got him to the Kings because the people of Canada were like, "Nah."
Yeah. I'm a terrible person, I guess.
Hey, you know, KPJ, how could we have seen it coming?
No, I think we could have seen it coming.
I mean, honestly, he's like an anime nerd. I didn't see it coming. But maybe you just got to watch out for them anime nerds. Maybe that's the real thing that we didn't know before.
They see what they see on anime, and then they
They
try
do
to.
kung fu. They just they'll do whatever. They don't give a shit.
Oh my god!
All right, so I'm gonna my 11th pick of the NBA expansion draft for the 34th team in the league. I'm gonna take Huh. Oh, this got tough. Where am I lacking? I got point guards. I got bigs.
Yeah, you got Io
I got
DeSemnu.
I got wings. Let me get one more shot for the future, and I'm gonna do a Moody Moses.
Okay.
So we got Golden State, Moses Moody right here. He was kept out of the top 8. Saric, Kuminga, Paul, Looney, Wiggins, Thompson, Draymond, Steph Curry. Just makes it.
I'm still thinking about the Io DeSemnu.
Right? Because he's incredible. I love the way he attacks the basket. And he's just got all these moves to create space.
I still can't believe it. I don't know what I was thinking. So what do I have? Let me get Maxi Kleba.
Okay. Maxi Kleber.
Get some more height.
And a little bit of shooting, too.
Yep.
He's the shooting version of Daniel Tice.
He is.
You know, these 6'8" Germans just think they could play the 5.
Streaky as hell with that 3-point shot.
Yeah, he is. All right, with my 12th pick, got 3 point guards. Just pick the shooting guard. I need a wing. And with my wing, I am going to select Jake LaRavia.
Ah, okay. He'll see some minutes.
Power forward, small forward action. Jake LaRavia coming off the Grizz. And the Grizz right now, I mean, if you look at it,
They'll take anybody right now.
because you got Ja out, Adams out, Clark out. That's tough.
And Dylan Brooks gone.
And Dylan Brooks gone.
And now he learned how to shoot all of a sudden, I guess.
I picked him up in our fantasy league.
Been hoping.
He has.
All
right, 13th pick.
13th pick. I'll take Dean Wade.
Okay.
From Cleveland.
Dean Wade. What position Dean Wade play?
I feel like he's a forward.
He's a forward, right?
ESPN lists him as a power forward.
I was going to say power forward, too.
Yeah, he's 6'9".
Yeah. I just figured with his shooting and everything, I wasn't too sure if they kept him as like a small forward. All right, 13th pick. I'm going to pick a player with a lot of flexibility, and I think he's going to help me, and he's going to help the young guys. Known as the Mitten, GP2.
That's a good. I was thinking about getting him too. That's a good pick.
I mean, he's a shooting guard to power forward, so.
I've dropped the ball a couple times already. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. I've made a couple bad picks myself because I feel like I'm picking these guys later, and I'm like, wait, I needed them earlier.
That Io DeSemnu pick is going to keep me up.
Right? 10th round. We got Io in the second expansion league.
I don't know what I thought.
But that goes to say what type of talent you really have in the league when you forget there's an Io DeSumo on the board.
All right. 14th pick, I'll take a solid perimeter defender in Lamar Stevens.
Ooh, that was going to be my next pick. Like Lamar Stevens.
We're already almost at the end now.
He's short, but I like him. Because he's like 6'5", and he plays small forward, power forward.
Yeah.
But I like him. He drives hard, crazy bounce, strong as hell.
They list him as 6'7". He doesn't look like 6'7".
He's not. He's 6'5".
Oh.
I've seen Lamar Stevens in person. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't
Not
look
that I'm
6'7".
like I could just measure somebody, but I don't know. Like I know people at 6'5", I know people at 6'7". I know I don't know, just the body type, everything. Like he's a wide, big 6'5". He
Right.
really is. And with the 14th pick, I'm just gonna try to round this out with just like good culture guys that are gonna play hard, vets. I'm gonna take Nick Batum. Oops.
Okay.
Power forward, center extraordinaire, very switchable still. Not the greatest pick, but I'll take it. If I'm taking Nick Batum with one of the last picks in the draft, I'm not really missing out. That's the way I see it.
Right.
Because this is a guy who just got traded for James Harden with a big package. Pause, but there's Marcus Morris, Philip Petrasev.
Philip, and he went
No
somewhere
one's
else
talking
too.
about Philip Petrasev.
Man. All right. So the 15th pick, I'll take Day'Ron Sharp.
Day'Ron Sharp.
Yep.
All right, Day'Ron Sharp is your last pick, your last big man, and I think I'm gonna take. Let me see. With the last pick of the draft, if you'd kindly look at my avatar.
No, no, I picked him up.
You got Bol Bol last time? Did I
I
not cross
believe
him out?
so. Yeah, I got him in the 4th. Yeah, it was my 4th pick.
Oh shoot! I didn't cross him out on my list yet. I don't know, because I have the list from last time. The blue is from who we picked last time, who was picked,
Right.
and then the rest was guys who are still available for me to pick. I didn't cross off Bol Bol. My apologies. Wow, I had the whole Avi ready. I'm here with the guy himself. Look at him. Here's Bol Bol. He's here. Do you guys have any questions, chat?
He's staring at you.
Does anyone have any questions for Bol Bol? All right, let me know if you do. So Bol Bol is not the 15th and last pick of
I ruined it for you. I'm
the
sorry.
NBA expansion draft, the second one. Dang. You know what? I want my guy to just keep getting contracts. I want the dream to come. I want Big Baller Brand to then extend to the next generation of now he's Grandpa LeVar. Lonzo, he's on my roster.
All right, we'll see.
Regardless, he's on my roster. He's cashing a check, and he's just send some money to your dad. He's running Big Baller Brand. Help him keep it going.
Ball control.
Ball control. And we got Lonzo Ball. And unironically enough, we joked and said we should name our show the Ball Brothers. So.
And you got him. I should have drafted LiAngelo.
Right. Should have drafted LiAngelo. So, guys, after a few months, and this is the first draft. You remember Seattle Supersonics, the Las Vegas Wild, and now we go into this. So, who's your starting lineup? We'll highlight the starting players. We'll put them in different color.
Wolfpack.
Jalen Johnson's obviously starting.
Yeah. So I'll start Jalen Johnson. I'll start Fournier at the 2.
Fournier at the 2.
I'll start Watanabe.
Okay.
And now that I'm looking at it, I'd rather have Malachi Flynn in my starting lineup over Thea Maladone.
Oh yeah. That's just fine. Like as I said, like
yeah,
I was trying to make it more of like look like the lineup, but yeah, Micic is not going to be my starting point guard regardless because I drafted Russell. I just wanted to get Micic. I didn't want you to have a good point guard. That's why you got stuck with Maladon. Nice. I was thinking because you picked bigs. You picked power forward, center, power forward. So I said, all right, I'm gonna draft another point guard. I'm gonna grab Micic, and try to like kind of stop whatever you're trying to do, and then you took another foreign point guard, and that two. Look at French point guard, French shooting guard.
Didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it.
Wasn't even paying attention.
All right, so you got point guard Flynn,
Yep.
Fournier at the 2. You got Jalen Johnson at the 3, Watanabe at the 4, or are you sliding them up?
I feel like Johnson could be a better 4 than he can. I just feel like he's more athletic. I don't know.
So Utah is the 3.
So he could probably. I just feel like Jalen Johnson could defend more positions than Watanabe can.
I don't know about that, but all right. If you want him to be your starting small forward, this is your team, not mine.
Yeah, we'll switch it around. We'll see.
Who's your big?
This team's not making the playoffs.
Who's
Nick Richards.
Nick Richards is your starting 5? Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got some shooting around you.
Always
Nick Richards is the only one who can't shoot.
Yep.
That's a good starting 5.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
Scoring guard, defensive playmaker. I mean, Jalen Johnson, the ceiling is the roof with him. And then Nick Richards.
The ceiling is the roof.
The ceiling is the roof, right?
I forgot about that.
So this is the Pittsburgh armor. And what else? What should be the secondary color for the armor?
Black?
Yeah, it's going to be black, but the problem is you can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe I'll just do gray.
Yep, you can see that. That kind of looks white. I don't know.
Hold on. There you go. Like that?
Yeah.
All right.
That works.
So I got D'Angelo Russell as my starting point guard. I'm starting Obi Toppin.
Gross.
Starting center. Yeah, my starting center is going to have to be Moses Brown.
You got to start Oubre, no?
I just realized I got 2 Moseses on my team. Moses Moody and Moses Brown.
Yep.
Very biblical. And then I got Obadiah right here. Obi Toppin. Paul. Paul's another name.
You're a proud Catholic.
Look at this. And Lonzo should have been in the Bible, but we're not going to get mad at anybody.
LeVar should be in the Bible.
LeVar should have definitely been in the Bible. It should have been Levarticus instead of Leviticus. Bro, how does this happen? How do we come up with this shit on the fly?
Levarticus is crazy.
Like I've never thought
that is
about
his name. That is his name now. It's no longer LeVar.
Levarticus Ball. But if this was a dream scenario, which this is, I'm gonna start Lonzo Ball. It's gonna be D'Angelo Russell, Lonzo Ball, and then for the wing, that's where I'm stuck right now. And I think that I'd like to take an Aaron Wiggins for the shooting.
That's what I would go with too, and then have Oubre be your 6th man. You know, provide a spark off the bench.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. So this is our starting 5. So you got Flynn, Fournier, Utah, Jalen Johnson, and Nick Richards. And then you got, for me, D'Angelo Russell, Lonzo Ball, interchangeable at point guard, shooting guard, Wiggins at the 3, Obi at the 4, Moses Brown at the 5, and then my 6th man's Kelly Oubre. Your 6th man is Johnny Davis.
Who did I have as my 6th man? Yeah, I think I'll have Johnny Davis over Diallo.
Yeah, because you want him to take more shot attempts. He's younger, trying to prove himself.
Right. Yeah, I'll take Davis.
Wow. I forgot that Bol is still next to me.
Scary.
It looks to scale too. Like I look like a lot shorter and smaller.
Yeah,
it's funny. But yeah, so this is where we're at with it. This is the final squad, the final draft. I don't think we'll ever do another expansion draft, except maybe in a few years from now. Let's say hypothetically we are in 2027 The NBA still hasn't done an expansion team. We may revisit this. New rosters, same idea.
Right.
Different guys are in the league, different opportunities, different team names, or maybe we'll still rock with the same teams.
Yep.
I don't know if we want to get rid of the Hartford Wolfpack so soon.
I don't want to.
Oh, man.
I definitely don't want to.
Great AHL hockey team that will eventually be the greatest basketball team in the NBA.
One day.
One day.
Maybe not in my lifetime.
Yeah, I think we took the wrong French guys. Nick Batum, Theo Maledon, Evan Fournier.
They're not going to lead us anywhere.
Yeah, we didn't start our teams with the right young French guy.
Yeah.
That young French guy is on the Spurs, and he's locked up for probably the next 7 to 8 years, I think. Every first-round pick is, basically on your team for 7 years. So, Wemby, enjoy yourself in San Antonio. If you ever want to come to Pittsburgh and play for the Armor, let me know.
He's more than welcome.
He's more than welcome to join the team. I'll tell Moses Brown, you're the backup big now.
No, you're cut.
Or you're cut.
We don't need you anymore.
Or we leave Moses Brown there and then tell Obi Toppin to kick rocks.
Yeah, I would probably cut Obi Toppin
Victor wants to
first.
play the 4.
Yep. Victor can do whatever he wants.
Get him out of here.
Play whatever position.
All right, so anything else you want to recap on the NBA, or we're going to do that on the next episode?
Yeah, we could do that on the next episode. We could do the fantasy thing next episode because we actually play each other next week.
Okay, so that'll be the
fantasy basketball,
time.
So it makes sense.
All right, cool. 4th week, 4th episode. We're going to dive deep into the NBA and also our fantasy league, which is then going to, of course, tie back into how players are doing at the moment, how they're doing in the future, anybody hurt that you have on your IR, anything possible. Like right now, I got James Harden on my IR. Next week, I'm going to have
Fox on my IR.
I'm going to have to make a real decision in who to cut because that's tough. Right now, everyone seems to be cooking on my team, and I got to make a call. And you said De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, you're going to have to make a cut too.
Yep.
But he'll be back in a little bit later. It won't be next week.
Yeah, they said he avoided some major injury, but he's already missed a couple games already. So,
did you hear about Nick Claxton?
No, I did not.
So they've been saying he just had an ankle twist, right?
Yep.
Yesterday, it got leaked. Somehow, someone said something that it was a high ankle sprain. That's a 5 to 8 week thing.
Yeah, those ankle sprains are really bad.
Like a high ankle sprain it's tough to come back from quick. So Nick Claxton's going to be out for a while. I think there's going to be a lot of teams, just feasting when they play Brooklyn. We seen it last night watching the Celtics game. You know who the 3 tallest players on the court were?
Probably.
It was Porzingis,
Tatum,
and Horford.
Wow.
Celtics had the 3 tallest players on the court almost the whole game because Dorian Finney-Smith is shorter than Tatum.
Yeah, for sure.
And Tatum's playing the 3. In the Nets center is the shortest guy. It would be the 4th shortest guy on the Celtics starting 5. Him and Jaylen Brown are about the same height.
Yeah, they were really playing small ball. That's crazy.
Yeah. So you got DFS. Cam Johnson's out. Cam Johnson would have been taller than DFS.
Yeah, and
they're struggling, bro.
Yeah, they had Day'Ron Sharp come off the bench.
Yeah, he's coming off the bench, but I'm saying the starting 5.
Yeah,
The shooting guard on the Celtics is the same height as the center on the Nets, and that's a problem.
Yeah. Sure.
I like DFS. I like how he's been playing. He's been playing out of his mind, but it comes to a certain point where it's not feasible or sustainable.
Right.
You're not going into the playoffs thinking you're going to win 4 7-game series with DFS as your starting 5.
No.
That's just not it. So we'll see. Next week we're gonna dive really deep into it. But yeah, yesterday I just had that observation of goddamn this Nets team. How can you really demand anything from them with what they have and expect anything really great and normal to come from them and to get a real good look? Like I've been saying, Cam Thomas has never really gotten a fair look. Now he doesn't even have bigs to play with. essentially.
Right.
He's missing Cameron Johnson. Ben Simmons is out. Nick Claxton is out. 3 bigs. So now they're just playing with scrap, and he's also back to playing small forward again, all because of this. And this is what I've been saying from the jump: is why is this 6'3" player playing small forward? You know, there's a fun stat, right? Do you know who Cam Thomas's most minutes are with a teammate?
Most minutes with a teammate. Is he still on the roster?
No.
I don't know. Kevin Durant.
Patty Mills.
Patty Mills. Okay. Wow.
Patty Mills is his most compatible teammate. So, well, not even compatible. I shouldn't even say compatible.
Yeah.
The most time that he's spent on the court with a teammate has been with Patty Mills. And I believe the next one is like Seth Curry or like
Also not on the roster.
maybe Joe Harris, I think, is next too.
And not on the roster still.
And then you really like take a step back and you're like, they're not putting defenders around this guy. They're making him guard everybody. He's never been a defensive player. He's also outscoring the guys that they don't even want to let play defense. So why are we even having Patty Mills share the floor with Cam Thomas? It's foolish. It really is. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen a big step up in Cam Thomas's defense. I want to say the end of last year, he started doing things differently. I seen him navigating around screens better. I seen him just switching better, looking better off ball. His first year was a mess, and that's when he was with Steve Nash. Steve Nash started him off being the small forward, and he was lost. You had KD, Kyrie, everyone's out. Ben Simmons or Harden. You didn't really have anybody really playing consistently besides, I'd say, Harden, but he's even had his own injury stuff.
Right.
So he was just playing in a messed up system, and I think it's kind of happening again. And I'm not too sure that everyone on the team is so convinced that like they want to let him get the minutes, and not everyone is convinced that he's ready to build around. I still think when Lonnie Walker gets the court and he shares the court with Cam Thomas, Lonnie Walker thinks he's the go-to guy. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know if the team is fully sold on him yet, and if everyone just buys into this narrative that he's Dion Waiters. Because I don't think that he's Dion Waiters. I see a lot more than that.
It's still really early in the season, though, so you have to give it some time.
I mean, he's still the all-time leading scorer as a starter.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Like, he's got some things where it's like, you can't argue some of this stuff.
No.
You really can't. Like, he's broken 3 different records since he started playing last season. Like, you got the 40-point games, younger than LeBron. Then you got the highest point scores off the bench on an opening night, 36. So that's 2 records he holds, right?
Yep.
And then to start the season, 3 30-point games, he's the youngest since Shaq. Shaq was younger when he did it. So I won't say he broke 3 records, but that's damn near 3 records.
Right.
Youngest 40-point 3 games in a row. First off the bench, opening night, most scoring ever. And then youngest 30-30-30 to start the season. Like, that's not you can't tell me that's not anything.
No, it's different. He's different.
If Peyton Pritchard did that, it would be you ranting like this. Like, if Pritchard seriously dropped 33 straight games to start the season, and you had Derek White and Drew Holiday just the same way there's Spencer Dinwiddie and Mikal Bridges ahead, you'd be like, start Pritchard! I don't care! Right. I don't care! Start him! He's hot!
And we left him out of the expansion draft.
I know. I was waiting for you to take Pritchard. I actually didn't take Pritchard because I thought you were going to take him.
Yeah, I don't like him.
That's another reason why I took Micic, because I'm like, there's a few point guards that I liked. There's only Killian Hayes and Pritchard on my list. Those are the only 2 left. So that's why I'm like, I didn't want to rob Ritchie of this, but, you didn't take Pritchard. I think that's where your Theo Maledon pick was fucked up.
Yeah, or I should have drafted Flynn higher.
You could have did Flynn and then Pritchard at 10, Flynn at 4. I think that would have been a way more a way more efficient pick. Maladon's just he's not an NBA player in my eyes. I'm sorry.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, so just a little hyped up right now, but still saying at the same time, if you really know basketball, if you could relate this to your team, and it's not just like some team that you don't even know and you're not watching too much or whatever. But yeah, like people start seeing any player bust ass. They're like, the best player in the league. You guys are sleeping.
Right.
Malachi Flynn is like a guy that Raptors fans and maybe people in the East might know of more than the average basketball fan, a casual. Is Malachi Flynn's the real deal? He's a scary scorer.
Or Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson. Well, I mean, Jalen Johnson, I think, has gotten a lot of due this year. A lot of people have been talking about him. High praise early, saying this guy has, limitless potential and could be a star wing. As much upside, I'd say, as like Apollo has almost. Like he's showing a lot of tools.
Yeah.
He might not ever be as good as Paolo. Who knows? But he definitely has the toolbox. We don't know if he has the effort and the know-how to get there, though.
Right.
Yeah. But on that note, I think we're wrapping it up. We'll give you guys a recap next week of everything, our fantasy league, of the NBA, of the in-season tournament, of Cam Thomas, of Pritchard. Who else? Anybody else we got to give updates on? Jalen Johnson. And maybe there'll be a trade by next week.
Hopefully with the Bulls. They got to do something. That's
exactly what I'm thinking. And if Ayo Dosunmu can maybe step up and get a little bit of love or whatever,
so.
But the Bulls need to move somebody ASAP, and I think it's going to happen ASAP.
Yeah, I hope so. That team is terrible.
There's a lot of teams looking for him. I would say you got the Magic potentially looking for a guard. They could take somebody like Zach LaVine and be happy. I'd say the Lakers would want somebody like Zach LaVine instead of D'Angelo Russell.
I see maybe the Knicks.
The Knicks potentially.
I think they were talking to him last year.
It's a good pick.
They were talking to the Bulls last year.
Pick. Karl Anthony Towns might be on the move.
Yep.
So you got Minnesota could possibly be in flux. Brooklyn is a shit show. There's going to be some movement in Brooklyn. By the end of the year, someone's moving. Dinwiddie, Johnson, Claxton, Simmons, maybe even Cam Thomas. What if Cam Thomas gets traded? They trade Zach LaVine for like Cam Thomas and filler. Excuse me. You give
taking over
a more, I guess, like proven star to Brooklyn.
Yep.
Where they can maybe aim for a play-in seed, something like that, get a playoff spot, have a guy you could bank on in Zach LaVine. Bulls bet on a young guy, let him take the reins, and also they have kind of this defensive scheme where they have a lot of defensive-based players. Cam Thomas would do great. And then you kind of have this new Allen Iverson Philadelphia 76ers look with the Bulls. You get Cam Thomas in there, surround him with 4 defenders. And like I said, you turn into the new AI at Philly. Is you just let him cook, you let him do whatever. He'll facilitate, he'll get guys involved when he can. But it's just him going out there, going for 30, 35 a night, busting your best player's ass that's trying to guard him. And
straight
then everyone
buckets.
else is going to be grinding, playing defense, setting him up, rebounding, blocking, spacing. So let's see. Let's see if it happens. If not, I'll be happy rooting for Brooklyn. And I got those shorts last night. I put them on my Christmas list for my girl. I told my girl, I said, look at this game. Look at this. Look at the shorts. Brooklyn's.
Yeah.
They would look fly. If I'm wearing like a white tee or a black tee and you just wear those shorts, they're fly.
Yeah, those jerseys were different last night.
And it's by Cause. Cause is a cool brand. It's like Supreme and, the Hundreds, those type of brands. Cause is cool.
Right.
But yeah, all right. Officially, we're out of here. I got the shorts off my chest because that was my favorite thing about last night, other than Cam Thomas dropping 27 and hitting that turnaround jumper on Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
You've seen that, right?
Yeah, they were posting that all over social media.
that's his move. Like,
Yeah.
that's Cam Thomas's move. Like,
That's a
everyone has, like,
wild
a
shot.
certain thing. Cam Thomas, he posts you up, and then he turns his back so that you set. Because if you watch it, watch the timing. This is what I'm gonna leave out on. Then we can leave. Rewatch it. Watch the timing of what, and think of yourself as Jaylen Brown in his shoes, guarding Cam Thomas. When you see him turn like that, there's 3 things he could do, and none of them are shoot.
Right.
That's why Cam Thomas does this, and it's a new move. Nobody in the NBA, no one in real life I've ever seen pull out this move, and it's something that he goes to consistently. Is he turns his back, he hits you with a post move, looks away, and as he's looking away, he's planting and turning at the same time. So you think he's going any way but up into the shot, and you see it. Jaylen Brown should have been there with the contest, and the contest comes so late because Jaylen Brown takes an extra defensive step because he tries to square up and say, okay, he's either going to go, he could go right, he could go left, he could go that way, he could back into me. But the one thing he's not going to do off that step is shoot from that step. Maybe if he takes one more step, then he could adjust himself to get to the shot. And that's what every defender thinks. And that's just this move. It's like the sham god. It's something new that should never make sense. You throw the ball with your opposite hand and then pull it across your body. You're giving the defender the ball. Like, you're letting him steal it for a millisecond. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's putting yourself in a disadvantageous move. But if you do it properly with a combo and you have fluid body movement, you could then turn it into something graceful, and it looks
you
incredible.
have to be so fast to do that.
Right, and I really think, like, that's his signature shot now. Is this leaner? Is this running maybe leaner and fade away and whatever it is? Like, I don't know a name. There isn't a name for it because I don't know. But that's what I'm seeing, and that's what we'll probably talk about next week too. Some more of those faders.
More Cam Thomas.
More Cam Thomas every week until he's a star.
Yep. And then we're gonna keep talking about him even more.
And then we're gonna keep talking about him. All-star, MVP, All-NBA. I hope he could do most improved. If he keeps this up, I think he could be most improved. I mean, if you fucking average, he's averaging 30.
Yeah, it's not even close.
He came from averaging 10 points off the bench. We're talking about a 20-point swing. We're not talking about 4 or 5 points.
Yeah. This is huge.
All right, this could start up a whole new episode, so I'm just going to call it here.
All right.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we reached the hour. I was trying to get to the hour mark because I think we should be putting in at least an hour every time. So we got a lot to say. We watch a lot of hoops. Tune in next time to get to recap. Adios.
Bye.
All right.